Mark, you've been training Jeka for the last 2 months?
2 months, yeah, about 2 months. He came over to the States about 2 months ago, and we got here Sunday, so we're about 10 weeks in.
Yeah. Okay, and how do you see Jeka when you first met him, and then this past few days?
Jeka came in the camp. I mean, he had some personal issues back at home. He had to deal with. Had to leave family, so he came over with a heavy heart, heavy shoulders, a lot on his shoulders. And you know what? Tell you the truth, he took the challenge. And from day one, our first practice with Jeka was on the beach, and I knew then and there that he was willing to put the work in. I knew just from that one practice that, all right, this kid's here to work. He understands that he needs to put the work in. And that's where it grew, actually. It grew from the first practice. The trust factor. He trusts me, he trusts Coach Jake, and we trust him. I mean, that's where we're at right now. So it started off not knowing each other to 10 weeks later, here we are. He believes in our system, he believes in our coaching, the development that came across in 10 weeks is Coach Jake and I are ecstatic with.
Okay, so the training camp was in San Diego, right?
Yes.
Are you training there? Or do you have a gym there, or how come about you train Jeka?
Jake owns the Studio 540. I was invited to come be part of the camp. I'm originally from Colorado. I have twin daughters that are 18. Just finished high school, so I took a couple years off.
Okay.
And now my twin girls are in university, and it was time for me to go get back into the game. And just like any other job, I was asked to do, and I accepted it.
Yeah, you accepted the challenge. Is it how hard it is for you to, like, when you know that, I'm gonna train an Indonesian, like no Indonesian has ever gone to UFC or any other MMA organization on the scale of Asian?
Well, that's called a challenge. Yeah. And my life is about the challenge. I love challenges, and bring me a challenge, I'll take it. And this challenge is more rewarding than just him getting his hand raised. I've learned from Jeka's learned from me, I've learned from Coach Jake learns from me. We all learning off each other, and we're all using our positive energy.
Okay, and I talked to Islam Makashev once, and he told me that discipline is the most important part of him getting where he is. Do you also agree with it, or discipline is just one factor of many? Or
I mean, it's one of many, but yes, discipline. Through this 10 weeks, I'm pretty sure I yelled discipline about 10,000 times. When he gets, it's easy to lose your focus in training. You're training 3 times a day. You're getting beat up. When that's happening, that's when that word comes out, discipline. Yeah. So that word has been used a lot. Strong mind, strong body has been used a lot. Enjoy, that word's been used a lot. Urgency, a lot of, we use the words, and now he knows what they mean, and I love that he knows how to respond when we say these words. When I'm yelling discipline, he knows he needs to sharpen things up.
Okay. Do you have any language barrier with him, or do you have a translator working with you?
We have a translator. It made it easier, but you know what, Jeka and we all did training sessions without translator. MMA is a great thing. You don't really need to communicate. You can show.
Yeah, it's a universal language.
Universal language, exactly. Jeka is a sponge. And the other word that we used during the camp, Coach and I, was Jeka is a sponge, and we just could not believe how much. It wasn't just here and there. It was daily. It was a daily basis where he just picked up stuff, and then he showed us the next day that he just, you would think he was taught that 10 weeks ago, but he just taught it yesterday. So him to pick up the stuff that we wanted him to absorb, that was another big thing. Coach and I were just so ecstatic about how he just accepted the challenge. And if he didn't understand it, he asked questions, and that was a great thing too. So we never left on, what's going on. We left practice on the same page.
Okay. What, in your eyes, what do you think he picked up the most during that 10 weeks? And that correlates to what do you think his weaknesses were, and how are you guys doing to fix it?
Oh, like I was saying, so you have disciplines, discipline. Yeah, he's got great stand-up. Yeah, he's got great kicks. Yeah, he's got great ground and pound. But what can you do? Can you put the striking in the takedowns? You can't do ground and pound if you can't take him down. So the fight starts off on its feet. Jeka loves that because that's where he feels comfortable. It is a fight. He's willing to throw punches. He's willing to throw kicks. He's willing to throw elbows. He's willing to throw everything. So now we just put it together into a game plan, into his strength, and we added things to it. I'm not going to sit here and say, like I said, he came in with great stand-up, and Coach and I just added to his repetitions.
So do you? He said to me that his strengths are his striking. Do you guys like focus on that, or do you make him a more universal?
So we worked on his weaknesses. Maybe the first 5 weeks was working on the weaknesses, and then 4 to 5 weeks was working on that, and then the next 4 to 5 weeks was we combined his weaknesses with his strengths, kind of deal. So we worked on his weaknesses, repetition, and then, like I said, and then we start putting all the stuff in between, and now that makes a disciplined, all-around fighter.
Okay, and how far do you think Jeka can go?
I'm a fan. So our job is to win Sunday and then come back and get the contract and make some waves. He's a small lightweight. So once we get the UFC contract, featherweights in the future.
Yeah. And do you analyze the opponent, the Korean? Do you find videos of his matches, of his duels, or do you like go with Jeka's strength only, and or what do you do?
So, we train 3 to 2 times a day for 10 weeks. Coach and I, we're training, but in between training, we're not done. Coach and I are studying. I mean, it's a full-time job as a trainer, and I can. My phone is just full of notes. It's like I said, we just don't train and then go home and we go home and we study and we study Jeka, we study Win Bin, we study everything, and then we come it back. And it's just not once in a while. That's an everyday thing. His job, we ask him to show up to training, be ready, be positive, and our job is to give him the tools to make everything happen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, I got a lot of. Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Thank you. See you, man.
All right.
Thank you.